Hello, everybody. My name is Subhash Ramachandran. I run product management for the Web Methods product line inside of Software AG. I'm very excited to be presenting at the 2022 EDA Summit. The topic for today is creating better experiences using an event-driven approach. I'm going to be sharing capabilities that Software AG has in conjunction with Solace to truly help distinguish yourself and create a great experience for your customer. So let's get started. First, at Software AG, we have a clear, focused message to the market. We live in a truly connected world, and we want to help transform your company, your organization into a truly connected enterprise. And when we say truly connected, this is not just about systems or even things, but people as well. So truly connected across all three. Now, who is Software AG? We are a little over 50-year-old software company, pioneers of the truly connected world. It is our mission to empower organizations, empower you to become a truly connected enterprise. And our purpose is to connect people and technology for a smarter tomorrow. A little over 800 million euros in revenues, 400 plus partners, a community that we have, which is 600,000 plus strong, as well as 4,700 employees globally. Our main offering is a digital backbone. What we offer is the ability for organizations as they go down the path of becoming these truly connected enterprises to have a digital backbone that enables the connection across any kind of API, process, or data. We start with the customer challenge. That's where we start all our discussions, and we've figured out the role that technology provides. We also realize that there are new types of data that is coming in from processes, from transactional data, from IoT edges and devices, which are more diverse and less structured. And so it's very important for us to be able to connect all these kinds of data. And we also realize with the digital transformation that is in effect with a number of organizations for the last couple of years, companies are looking to leverage this data to come up with new business ideas, new revenue channels as they go down this path of transforming themselves and becoming a digital enterprise. Okay, so the topic for today is customer experience. And when we talk about digital transformations, we know that one of the things that can truly differentiate you from others in this digital age is customer experience. Now, we've all used digital platforms, and while you don't necessarily always recognize or appreciate a good one, you do remember the bad ones. And if you're like me, there's an ever-growing list of organizations where you've had a bad experience that you want to avoid and you vow never to go back there again, right? But what distinguishes these virtual experiences is data. More important, real-time insights play a big factor in creating a good or a bad customer experience. More on that a little later. So let's start with some numbers and see what the market data is telling us. First, 1 out of 3 customers, and so a survey says that will leave a brand they love after just one bad experience. Then you have another survey that says 92% would abandon a company after just 2 or 3 negative experiences. And then finally, 8 out of 10 people are willing to pay more for a better experience. Just reiterating the value and importance of a great customer experience. Now, at Software AG, it is our mission within the Web Methods product line, which I'm part of, to really have integration and APIs enable this fluid flow of data. We know data is the heart of everything that we do and talk about, and it's important for our customers. And we know that data is data, and yes, APIs expose data, expose the idea of data as a service. But integration is also a very important aspect because without integration, the data doesn't have much context. So we bring integration to provide the context on the data, connect the data from different sources and targets, and use this knowledge to provide a truly unique application experience that differentiates the organization from other competitors. So how's this done? We use integration for unlocking your data. And then we use APIs to deliver this data as a service. And this combination of integrations and APIs allows us to help our customers to go down the path of transforming themselves and becoming digital enterprises. Okay, so that is great from the overall aspect of digital transformation. But the topic here is customer experience. And there are some challenges when you're thinking about how do you now provide that superior customer experience as you go down this path of digital transformation. For one, it is really hard to build great experiences without real-time context. Remember the hint I gave you a few slides ago. Real-time context is very important. Now, if it's hard to do this, it means you need more people, you need time and resources to build it. We know that IT is already straining under the stress, under the demands that business is putting upon IT. And this is only going to make that those matters much worse. Now, more people and time means that it's going to cost you more money, leading to longer time to market. And then this day and age, forget a customer experience, just survival is at stake when you're not able to deliver things or deliver products and services quickly or in an agile manner. And then finally, if it's longer time to market, means that, hey, you miss the market, miss the consumers, miss the customers, which means you missed that window to actually deliver upon the expectations that customers and consumers have from you. So there are some challenges. It's not easy to do digital transformation. It's even harder to go down the path of providing great customer experience. So what if you could, be more agile, quickly and easily build these new experiences? What if it could be more responsive, right? Gain real-time insights and have the right context for your customer transactions. And then be robust, right? It's all about change, being able to adapt to different changing customer needs. And then not just that, what if you could do this across any kind of industry initiative? And that's the key here, right? When you have technology, you want technology to be applicable to a wide variety of use cases across many different verticals. And I'm not going to go through each one of these. You see a number of different industries here. I'm just going to touch upon a couple of these, right? One is digital banking, right? Digital banking, something that many of us do on a daily basis, helps provide instant payment authorization, transactions, fraud protection, very important in this day and age. Smart cities, in fact, I have a very cool joint customer story at the end to talk about. Smart cities helps provide better citizen experiences. It accelerates interagency communication. Government typically has been a laggard when it comes to technology, but not all governments. There are some governments with smart city initiatives actually leaping ahead of other places. These initiatives provide better emergency response and provide citizens with instant information at their fingertips. Another example, IT/OT integration. So it's not just about, say, manufacturing systems on the OT side, but then connecting those for better experiences with the downstream IT applications. Or my last example around real-time inventory visibility, if you're in supply chain or retail, omni-channel orchestration, providing you improved shopping experiences, online shopping experiences, and driving options like what retailers had to do during the pandemic, like buy online, pick up in store, curbside pickup. And this goes a long way in improving customer loyalty. So lots of benefits for doing this, not just improving customer experience, but also ensuring that you can do this across many different industries. So this all leads me to this notion of events. And so you see an interesting slide. Hopefully you can chuckle at those dots moving across your screen. Some would even say, are these events? Or some kind of a Rube Goldberg contraption, maybe a combination of both. But the takeaway for me on this slide is the definition of an event, right? An event is a lot of things that happen, every second or maybe a million times a second. So I looked up the definition of an event, right? It's a thing that happens, especially one of importance. And I think that's the key here, right? You want to be able to trigger on important events, the events that matter, or in other words, the context is the key to understanding the event that you want to trigger off. And therein lies sort of the main premise of my presentation around building up this vision that we call a digital nervous system. And this is a key underpinning of the digital backbone that I talked about when I introduced Software AG. So for definition, a digital nervous system is a digital backbone that provides connected, remember, this is at the heart of Software AG's mission, right? Connected enterprise. Contextual, this is key to understanding the right set of events, right set of data, and continuous, meaning that this is not a one and done. This is 24 by 7, 365 days a year, since businesses are 24 by 7. Intelligent automation. So just to recap again, a digital backbone that provides connected, contextual, and continuous intelligent automation. So that's what we are attempting to define and put together, capabilities that can address any kind of business need. Now, if the term digital nervous system reminds you, hey, haven't I heard this before? Well, I have to give credit to Gartner. A couple of years ago, they came with the term enterprise nervous system. And so the inspiration was definitely that term. And Gartner's definition of this was an intelligent network that provides unifying connectivity, people, application systems, devices, in different locations and business units. And so what we've done is, with this notion of a digital nervous system, put some architectural principles in place, right? So how do you go about creating this new kind of digital backbone? What are the key principles that underpin such a digital backbone? And so the first point I want to bring up is really people. Rather than technology, it's people. So enable everyone to contribute. So we know that supporting multiple user personas is very important, right? It's not just the IT, even though most of the audience here may be IT, but we know that bringing your business partners and counterparts into development is very important to share the workload. So it's not just the integration specialists, it's also your low-code developers, it's your business analysts, citizen developers, citizen integrators. Of course, you have your business users, your API product managers, your architects. Bringing all these different kinds of people to contribute becomes a very important aspect. Now, once you enable all these different skill sets, you can then expand your IT capacity and free up your IT team to really focus on innovative solutions. Then moving next, our first technical principle is to implement a composable architecture. In this day and age, you're not going to rip and replace, you're not going to build from scratch, you're going to assemble or compose from parts that you already have. So one of the things we've seen in business is that there's this constant tug of war between stability and agility. And what is more important, right? Both are. A composable platform takes you towards agility without sacrificing stability, or, as we've seen, topics like security become so much more important lately, without compromising security. Next, you need a single pane of glass for management, right? Some people call it a single control plane. This provides you the ability to fully manage a very wide, geographically distributed deployment. And I'll get to some of that a little later on, but you will understand why this is so important. Next, once you have the management in place, you need end-to-end visibility and monitoring. This means monitoring across all your transactions, across all the deployment targets that you have created for yourself. Your visibility should, of course, include monitoring, tracking transactions, whether it's public cloud, private cloud, on-premises, all these different deployment targets. And as they traverse this hybrid environment, becomes very important as they traverse all these network boundaries for you to not lose sight of them. Further, automation, DevOps process are a key part of ensuring that you can successfully execute projects, deploy them not just once, but several times a week, several times a day, or even several times an hour. So getting to that level of automation and efficiency is important. Then, of course, technology, right? You have APIs, you have microservices, and of course, you have events. And these have become the leading standards and technology for building products, exposing data to customers, partners, internal employees, applications. And of course, we know that microservices-based development has really transformed the way that you can deliver business capabilities. And then finally, hybrid. So I touched upon end-to-end visibility and the need for hybrid. Hybrid deployment for a large number of you enterprise customers is really what is the key. So very few customers that I talk to are just on-prem or private cloud or public cloud. It's all of the above. And having such a deployment across public cloud, private cloud, on-premises is critically important and relevant for customers and the organizations, but also providing the option to be deployed in a multi-cloud landscape to take advantage of various efficiencies, transaction cost, location of applications is also becoming very important. All right, so these are sort of the underlying principles that I wanted to outline for this digital nervous system, which is becoming a key part of how you go and build this digital backbone. So now let's take this a level further to truly understand what are the capabilities that you need that underpins this architecture. So to begin with, I will highlight sort of the color scheme here. We have the boxes in purple. These are where Software AG has capabilities, products that offer value. APIs, pretty obvious to deliver your data as a service. Data analytics to help define smart pipelines, moving data into cloud data warehouses. B2B or business to business, these are supporting your e-commerce needs, your logistical needs, your supply chain needs, transacting with your trading partners. They could be your customers, they could be your suppliers. Then you have integration, right? Integration to unlock those data silos, make connectivity to heterogeneous applications across cloud, SaaS, on-prem, mainframe, legacy, databases, you name it, being able to unlock all those different data silos. Microservices increasingly to host, scale business logic in conjunction with service mesh to be able to rapidly scale out this logic across your enterprise. And of course, sensors and devices in the context of IoT to integrate things and generate more events, which leads me to the event side of things. And the key technologies and capabilities are first, an event portal. This becomes the place where you have your catalog defining the metadata, the event types, what do you want to do with the events, build out the taxonomy of events. And then the event choreography, being able to define how these events should be choreographed at runtime, depending upon the activities that is happening within your larger enterprise. And then on the event mesh side, having the ability to massively distribute these events across geographically distributed architecture, spanning on-prem and private cloud and public cloud data centers. And then having the ability to not just distribute, be able to go across and manage all these events. So the boxes in purple, as I mentioned, capabilities and products from Software AG, the boxes in green, capabilities and products from Solace. But then here's the secret sauce, right? Bringing them together now allows you to do the most differentiated set of capabilities. The first one is helps you drive event or helps you create event-driven APIs. So these APIs get triggered when events are raised, when events are surfaced. And then this allows applications that are responding to these events to respond to the events in real time and then perform some kind of action based on these events. Next, decoupling microservices. We know that you can have synchronous, policy-based communication between microservices or asynchronous, decoupled communications between microservices, especially sitting in a service mesh kind of infrastructure. This loose coupling also helps tremendously with location transparency for data pipelines. So as you have tens, if not hundreds of data pipelines, having the ability to have this location transparency for data pipelines is also a huge benefit that is now offered with this combined set of capabilities. And then finally, your distributed event streams, being able to stream the data that is coming in from, say, an IoT device into some downstream systems, being able to stream data that is coming from your e-commerce transactions, essentially exchanging data from anywhere to anywhere without encoding any kind of routing logic. So in essence, when you look at the overall capabilities of such a digital nervous system architecture, you see the traditional capabilities that we bring with APIs and integration, microservices, B2B, and analytics. But in conjunction with the event mesh and event portal, you can truly accelerate and create that digital backbone through the notion of event-driven APIs, decoupled microservices and data pipelines, as well as distributed event streams. So a quick look at the products behind these offerings. Not surprisingly, on the software AG side, Web Methods API management, Web Methods integration for the API and integration side. Stream sets, very excited about this new acquisition that just got closed about a week ago. Stream sets is all about data integration. It's about building smart data pipelines. We have now brought stream sets into the software AG fold, and it is going to be a big part of driving data analytics, and also a big part of how we can leverage events to decouple these data pipelines and provide location transparency. Web Methods App Mesh, a very innovative offering that we launched a couple of years ago, working closely with service meshes like Istio to provide business context for microservices. Web Methods B2B to provide that business-to-business transaction processing, connecting trading partners, suppliers, customers to exchange e-commerce documents, orders, invoices, ship notices, etc. And finally, Cumulosity IoT, which is a sister product to Web Methods on the software AG side, being able to integrate a wide variety of sensors and devices. And then, of course, you all know Solace as the host of the summit, providing capabilities around event mesh, event portal, and event management in general. All right, so hopefully that gives you a broad perspective on how you can improve customer experiences using a combination of these capabilities and bringing these capabilities together to really jumpstart some of the work that you need to do to drive experiences. All this has been theory so far. So let me take a couple of minutes to talk about two very exciting customer case studies. The first one is Smart Dubai. Digital Dubai, as the Dubai Government Office calls itself, was charged with facilitating the city's smart transformation. It empowers, delivers, and promotes efficient, seamless, safe, and personalized experience for residents, visitors, as well as citizens. What Smart Dubai has done with this initiative is driven a digital transformation initiative to move to a completely paperless environment. And in fact, this started pre-pandemic, and during the pandemic, it worked great because they were able to provide a lot of citizen services and not shut down the government just because people weren't coming to the offices or the agencies. So the solution that has powered this is a combination of Web Methods integration and API management, as well as the Solace event mesh, which creates a unified digital backbone for all the Dubai government entities and reduces significant time and cost for all the different customer journeys that they want to put in place. A really cool and innovative solution for the smart Dubai government. Another example I have in the financial services vertical, it's a global bank who have offices, locations across Asia and Europe primarily. And the challenge that they had is the fintech market is constantly evolving, and this bank needed to be able to keep pace. Their infrastructure had become complex. It had become really distributed with 11 different business domains. And they wanted to simplify the systems to help develop faster and be more agile. And what this bank implemented was truly an event-driven architecture in EDA, leveraging web methods for all the integration, the API side of the house, and Solace for the overall distribution and managing all these events in an EDA architecture. And this allowed them to really look at it from an agile approach to developing, migrating, and deploying these solutions. So the impact truly has been for this bank to become much more agile. Each business domain can now develop independently. Loose coupling is a big part of the story in which they are able to have different locations, have similar process across different locations without having to reinvent the wheel every time they open up a new location or a new office. And they are able to independently scale each of these different locations without impacting the other regions. So a great success story jointly between Software AG and Solace. So that was sort of everything around the customer experiences. In my last couple of slides here, I just want to give you an overall overview for the products within Software AG, particularly on the web method side. To begin with, I mentioned Truly Connected, which is the overall Software AG message. When it comes down to web methods, our main message is to automate this connected enterprise. So Software AG opens up the doors to connectivity, and web methods comes at it to truly help automate this connected enterprise. We know that technology is always a means to an end, and our goal is to drive better business outcomes. And there are three areas that we continuously see our products being leveraged. One is the connected customer experience, hence the reason for our existence, delighting your customers, providing better experiences through this connected enterprise. The second is everything digital. We know that digital transformation has truly become one of the leading initiatives within organizations today, helping organizations undertake this journey to become a digital business. And the last one is leveraging an ecosystem. We know that there is new business to be created, new revenues, channels to be defined, and the ecosystem is at the heart of driving these new sources of revenue. And what we do at Software AG and Web Methods is to offer very strong best of breed solutions in the areas of integration, API management, microservices, business-to-business, B2B integration, and MFT, managed file transfer. We help simplify digital transformation process, help you innovate faster, and provide the agility for driving modernization initiatives. We have innovative capabilities around end-to-end monitoring, the multi-persona user experience to bring different personas into our development fold, as well as offer a unified platform. So what you get with our cloud is a truly unified platform with all these different capabilities as plugin, deployed across a hybrid multi-cloud architecture, underpinned by DevOps and continuous delivery. And of course, in light of the use case that we support, it's a platform-enabled ecosystem where we are not just our own technology, but we embrace and extend the technology to partners like Solace and other partners that our joint organizations want to bring in to help jumpstart that ecosystem. The webmethods.io iPaaS platform, this is our cloud offering. This supports all the different use cases around hybrid integration, API management, microservices, B2B, MFT, and also IoT in conjunction with Cumulosity. We call this a multi-function iPaaS, as in supporting multiple use cases. I just listed them out. Multi-cloud, we are deployed across AWS and Azure. Multi-persona, we bring together IT and business personas to help with democratizing development. And multi-deployment, being able to deploy this across a number of different targets, public cloud, private cloud, or on-premises. It is a market-leading hybrid integration platform. And then finally, we are a leader in the digital world. If you look at the evaluations that Forrester does, we are the only leader for integration, iPaaS, hybrid integration, API management, as well as B2B integration across all the different kind of vendors. Thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate you watching this presentation, and I'm available for any kind of questions. Thank you.